Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another pre-market watch list here on the Boiler Room. So today, I think we're going to have a really good day trading the market. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. There's a few things, few different stocks I'm watching. Definitely watching TVIX. Sent out a kind of a newsletter email to a lot of the members and free members within Boiler Room Trading. Oh, again, if you go to our website, links in the description below, and just sign up and create a free account, that'll put you on our newsletter, in which you can receive, emails weekly about different stocks you're watching and how we, foresee the market's going to play out within the next couple days, maybe the next week, to give you a better idea of how to trade it. So also do that. So sign up, links in the description below. Create a free account, hop on our newsletter. That way we'll send you emails that will alert you kind of what stocks we're watching for the next week. So this is something we sent out over the weekend. We were going to watch TVIX this morning. We have a thesis that the overall market's going to continue down based on some technical analysis. We did look at the SPY and we said, you know what? We've had a nice bull run on the SPY. I think we're losing buying pressure. There's some signs and signals that are pointing that it's going to start moving back down. So this week we should be watching TVIX and UVXY pretty strongly. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, share the screen to you, and then we'll get cracking on it, okay? Where are we going from here? All right, share. There it goes. So here we are. Actually, I'll start here. This is ACHV. This is a penny stock here this morning. It's gapped up from $1, like $30, $40 to $2.34. So it's already moved almost $1 this morning in pre-market trading, which is really big. And good morning to everyone tuning in. Glad to have you. Now, ACHV, this one moved a whole dollar this morning up to a high of $2.34, basically $1, like 90 cents. Right now, it's very bearish, looking like it wants to roll over and dump out. But there's a lot of people watching the stock. It's got some volume. It has 174,000 shares of volume this morning, so pretty good. Not a whole lot, but pretty good. I would recommend watching this one today, as it might have some moves that you can capitalize on. If you read the news, ACHV, I guess it has announced preliminary data from cytosine phase 2 multi-dose, clinical studies. So it sounds like there's some good news or an announcement on some of their clinical studies regarding some of their drugs or whatever it may be that they do, right? So it's gapping up this morning. It's got some volume. This is going to be a stock that you maybe want to watch. The only thing I don't look for a gap and go strategy setup on this one, because the pre-market high is at 234. So if you're trying to get in for a pre-market high breakout, you're missing 34 cents of the move. So that's not going to be the right way to play this. If anything, this is one where I would more so look forward to maybe dump out a little bit out of the gates and maybe look to dip buy it. That's how I would foresee this playing out. I wouldn't be very crazy about trying to buy pre-market high or anything like that. But if it does consolidate on the VWAP here, right, if it just kind of hangs out in this area, doesn't really move lower, doesn't move higher, then it could be pretty good for a long right out of the gates, because there's definitely some short sellers that might be looking to short this, right? And if it doesn't break down and it kind of hovers around this $2 area or holds $2 as support, so if it even holds up here, right, doesn't break down from this level, holds a support there, you could see a squeeze. So keep it on watch, but I mean, anything below $2, I would really lose interest on it to the long side until it dips or reverses, right? But more importantly, let's look at the SPY here, SPY. This is primarily what our weekend watch list, was comprised of. It was comprised of the SPY. And I'll run you down kind of my thesis, because I can do it really quickly because I know it off the top of my head. So let's go back into this yearly chart, right? So the yearly chart, you guys can see all this downward movement here. That's when the news was the market's crashing, sell everything, blah, blah, blah. It's dumping, we know that, right? So this is when the market basically started to dump previously, right? And then we went through a nice rally phase where we started to retrace back some of that move, right? So what I have on my screen here is a Fibonacci retracement. Now, some of you may not know how to use it or even know anything about it. That's okay. But to point it out, this green line and this blue line are the most important levels to watch for. They don't have to hold up, the price doesn't have to hold up exactly at those lines. Everyone draws them a bit differently, but they're treated as zones or areas where the stock might reverse. And if you look, here's the most important one, the 61.8% retracement. This is the most reliable level on a Fibonacci. Well, we have the move down, then we have the move up. The price starts getting rejected right at 275. It creates a hammer candle. So you can see that there, right? It's created a hammer candle, the 61.8% retracement levels right there. So this green line is a resistance line. Right above that green line, you have the price point at 275. 275 is a mental resistance. So you have like two resistances right in that area. And you have Friday's trading ending in an inverted hammer candle at the top of an uptrend. That in itself signals the potential start of a downtrend. All right. Now let's move into, let's just use a 5-day chart. Go into a 5-day chart. We've had a nice run up, but what's happening this morning? The SPY is gapping down. This is exactly what we sent out in our newsletter. Watch for the SPY to gap down in today's trading, and we might have a good opportunity for it to start dumping, right? Not only that, if you look at here, we have this nice uptrend, and then the SPY ends up peaking right at 275 and dumping, where it basically reclaimed all of the money or the green that it had gone on Friday's trading, right? So it opens, it starts going green on the day, and then it dumps out basically back to where it opened. That's a sign of weakness. And now we're rolling over, starting to dump, right? So definitely expecting a red day on the SPY. So this is what we sent out in the newsletter, to watch out for the SPY as it might start dumping out today, and we might have a nice red day, which means we're going to want to watch TVIX, right? Or UVXY, or any one of those inverse ETFs that trades opposite of the SPY. So, right, if you look at TVIX for the past couple of days, you've seen this kind of sideways consolidation. We've had some spikes, we've had some drops, but we've kind of consolidated right in the $7 to $8 area. Now that the SPY is gapping down this morning, TVIX is gapping up. So again, I am very, very long biased on TVIX. I could be wrong, but a lot of my analysis points to the fact we should see a green day on TVIX and a red day on the SPY, or the overall market. Now, with that being said, I'm probably going to be trading TVIX to the long side. Again, there's no particular price point where I plan to buy TVIX, because TVIX moves in relation to the SPY. So whatever the SPY does, TVIX will do the opposite. So you're going to have to watch SPY to correctly time your entry on TVIX, right? So TVIX is my main play today, expecting that the market's going to come down. Now, moving on to the next one is Riot, RIOT. This is another thing I sent out the newsletter on Riot, how I plan to play it. Right now, I'm long biased and I'm short biased. Right now, Riot has a price target of $4. CNBC did an investigational report. It's even in the news section on Thinkorswim, where you can scroll down. You can actually watch the news article right from here. Right, if I click this one, here it is, right? So if you're on Thinkorswim, you can watch it yourself. It was done on 2/16/18, right? Click on one of those news articles and you'll see it here, and you can actually play the video right from TD Ameritrade. So it's about 7 minutes long. You can watch it. Now, it's a really good investigational report done by CNBC that basically said, hey, Riot Blockchain's shady. Their majority shareholders are shady. Their board of directors are shady. It's a shady business that was just purely trying to ride the hype and momentum of cryptocurrency and blockchain. So there's a lot of speculative red flags and shady business going on with Riot Blockchain. Not right now, it's been going on, but this is the first time an investigational report has been done on it and gotten out. Yeah, okay, Gabriel, pay attention to what Gabriel put it. That's that's a really good way of putting it. You're correct, right? It's not, doesn't directly work the opposite of the SPY. So if the SPY goes down, TVIX won't necessarily go up, but that's exactly how it trades. It trades like an inverse ETF of the SPY. But he's right. It does measure volatility and fear. And right now, there's never been more fear as whether or not the market's going to dump as it's ever been over the past 4 years. Right. So back to Riot, investigation report done on Riot. So there's a lot of speculation right now on whether or not Riot's a legitimate company. And, you know, yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday, right? You take Friday's trading. Friday is when the news report and the investigation was released, and Riot got hit really, really hard. As you can see, it completely dumped out like 4 points. So there's a lot of short selling taking place. So I can tell you right now that Riot is probably going to be in play today. There might be a lot of short selling taking place, and there might be a short squeeze. Right now, I'm very on the border of which way I want to trade it, because right now it's just right in the middle of $10 and it's right in the middle of $11, right? So it's kind of right in between key whole dollar marks. Yes. Now, with Riot, like I was saying before, below $10, you could see a lot of volume come in to keep pushing this price down, right? But consider for a minute the amount of short selling that took place on Friday. At some point, you know, if these short sellers haven't already covered up, there could be a really big short squeeze. And the last time I checked, Riot had a short float interest of about 30%. Right? It had a short float interest for about 30%. So that's big, right? And that could definitely prove opportunity for a lot of short squeezes throughout the day or right in the morning. So this is the way I see it. If Riot doesn't start dumping right out of the gates immediately, and if it holds support right now at this 1030 level, if it continues to hold support here, doesn't break lower, we're probably going to see a nice short squeeze in the morning. So for you guys trading, definitely keep Riot on watch for a potential short below $10 a day is where I'm thinking. And then also watch it for a short squeeze, because it took a lot of short selling took place, and it could definitely spike up today pretty big. All right, so Riot, TVIX, and then also I'll mention this, Walmart, WMT. Walmart had some bad earnings this morning. As you can see, it's really dumping out. I have this green level at 96 marked off, because if you go back to this yearly time frame, you'll see that it recently kind of bounced and held a support there. But that's when the market was coming down. That move happened on Walmart when the overall market was coming down. Okay, so that's the level I've mapped off for support. Bad earnings on Walmart that was just released, causing the thing to really dump out here this morning. So I'm watching for a dip buy. I want to buy long on Walmart if it can hold the support level of 96, 97, because there's a lot of investors that might think this big sell-off on Walmart is a good time to get in for a good deal. They'll think that it's maybe on sale. So it's definitely something I'm watching for. I'm watching for a dip buy or a reversal. If it breaks 96, 96 area, we could definitely see this continue down. But for right now, I'm staying optimistic on the long side of things, considering Walmart's a really big, well-known company. Sure, they had some bad earnings. What company doesn't have bad earnings once in their life or whatever, right? So I definitely think I'm long bias on it for right now, as it's lost, you know, about $10 a share pre-market. That's a lot. So kind of long bias on Walmart right now. Would like to get in around this 96, 60, 90, 97 area if it holds up, and maybe look for signs of a reversal back to the upside. All right. And, there's some other ones to watch. RAD, news of a buyout, but it's already dumping pre-market, so I'm not crazy about that. CATB was one I traded a while ago. Not crazy about that. A lot of people are watching this one as well. DACR, drop car. There's quite a few people watching DACR. You can keep that one on your watch. I don't really like it. It's very low on volume. It gets manipulated pretty quickly, so I'm not crazy about that. But this one has a high short flow interest. Dakar has a high short flow interest. Possibility for some squeezes, right? So my primary plays are going to be Riot, TVIX, and Walmart today. Those are the three things that I'm going to keep the closest eye on. All right. So I did want to point out, because I don't ever do this, but once again, right, all you guys have to do is come over to our website, right? You can create a free account. All you have to do is come in here, create a free account. You don't have to sign up for the course. You don't have to join our live trading room. But by going to boilerroomtrading.com, links in the description below, you can join our you can join and create a free account on our website, and that will put you and enter a valid email. That way you guys can start getting our weekly newsletter about, you know, some different stocks to watch. Again, it's completely free, so why not? So again, links in the description below. You can go there, create a free account, and hop onto our weekly newsletter, which is usually going to be sent out over the weekend. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? And then other than that, I will see you guys all on Monday morning. I'll see you guys all on Wednesday morning tomorrow for another pre-market watch list. So everyone, take care.